deity's head and hands are missing, severed as if by a sword. You can't tell if this was meant to be symbolic somehow, or a mere act of vandalism. As you take in its chiseled details, you have a vision. The statue comes to life and embraces you awkwardly with its broken arms. Unable to resist, you're flown away into an endless dark.
That shrine seems to have brought me here. What is this?
Oh, how pensively our shield looks down upon us.
Amid the soundless air of this alien world, a phantom-like figure awaits you. She too is a lizard, as you can tell, but there are telltale details in her features that conjure memories of incense and mantras. The onyx eyes, three-layered crown, and feathered shoulders. You recognize her from the statues that stand tall in desert sands. She is the goddess Zol Stissa, greatest of the seven.
Red Prince, welcome be. May your words command the rivers. May your hands direct the winds. Fire of sun and rock of earth. May they serve you like faithful slaves. Red Prince, it is an honor.
To your surprise, the goddess sinks to her knees and bows before you in reverence.
You accept devotion without question. That is good.
She rises and considers you with deep-set admiration, like one would a work of art.
Red Prince, God-child, truest ruby of all realms. Tell me, do you know why you are red? That is what they said, wasn't it? He who rises from the sheets with demons must be a demon. But I think there is another reason for your brightness. You are red, Red Prince, because all of you is heart. You are carnage, and you are concord. The Lord of War and Lord of Wisdom. You are lust, and you are love. You are passion personified. That is why I saved you from the all-consuming sea. Why I soothed your lungs with my breath and placed you gently on the nearest shore. Red Prince, you are greater than all others, for you are the sum of all others. You are the Father, the life shaper made manifest in a man. I would see that man a god. And take it you must, for I am a goddess no longer, robbed of my powers by the usurping divine. We, the Seven, are gathered here in these horrid halls of echoes, dead spirits vying for rebirth. But none of us, one of our children instead, a god-woken like you. I have chosen you. You are to be my champion. A great battle is being waged. It is the twilight of the Seven, and the day to dawn of the One. The powers of all divinity must unite, and they must unite in you, the paragon of lizards. Our kind must rule this world, and none other. None of the primordial slime that made it onto two legs by nature's oversight. Take up the mantle, Red Prince, and all will be well. All will be well.
As she speaks these last 4 words, the outline of the goddess shimmers, shakes, then transfigures into an all too familiar shape. She stands before you in the guise of her, the woman you've been dreaming of for as long as you can remember. She is unparalleled beauty, and her skin's as red as yours. Yes, here she stands, your deepest secret, your deepest desire. She whom you've longed for since your soul slipped into consciousness, and you lock eyes with her.
This is not a game, Red Prince, no. I but mirror your soul. I could drop a stone into the well of your heart, and it would take the span of a sun's life for the little traveler to hit bottom. Such is the depth of your devotion. It is a good thing for the Life Shaper to possess such affection, for she too, your secret love, has her part to play in downfall and divinity. Now of divinity, let me give you a taste.
She steps close, puts her hand on your chest, and leans in.
Kiss me, my prince, for I am her. Kiss me, for I am your one true love.
She moves closer, your lips almost touch. You can feel her hot breath on you, and even her perfume is as you've dreamt it, the scent of home in satin sheets.
Are you sure?
She backs away and is Zor Stissa again, in her own godly guise once more.
You do not even know her, yet you are true to her, Prince, and I applaud you for it. But I will not let you leave without my blessing.
She reaches out and places a hand over your heart. As she does so, you can feel a whole new power invade and expand your spirit.
There. Cherish this purest of pearls I have given you. A droplet of untainted source, and a promise of things to come. I bless the very water beneath your feet. Now you may wield that power for yourself. So take it with you, back to our beautiful world. There use it to make that world yours. Of course you have, but they can wait. What is life without a little mystery? Before I let you go, though, there is one more matter we must touch upon. You are traveling with company, yes? No, not friends. Rivals. They are God-woken too, and may be courted by the lesser 6. But you will be a god, none other. Smile at your fellow wanderers, but ready your knife, for its time will come. Oh, and Lohse? Lovely little Lohse? Just kill her now, and be done with it. So, now we must part. With fire in your soul and resolve in your mind. We'll meet again, Red Prince. Always will I walk beside you.
The goddess steps back and waves, the warmth of her hand still lingering over your heart. Then, sudden light and lightning, and you are gone.
Blessed branches, we've returned. Every second we spent in that hellish place was a second the great acorn drew closer. Interesting. You thought it was interesting, Quercus? Do you know what's interesting? Watching an entire world be strangled by the roots of doom, seeing the giant races fall like leaves in frost, hearing the screams of... I don't know what you're talking about. I am perfectly calm. Anyway, as interesting as that cold hellscape might have been, it does not solve our problem. We are here to stop the great acorn, not hide from it. What is the shield barking about now? Of course I won't be doing it alone. You're right here with me, Quercus. We shall do it together. The fate of the world depends on our ability to research a spell to protect Rivellon. We need to travel across the land, gathering clues, experimenting with different magics, and come up with a spell to shield Rivellon from its doom. Of course, for us to do that, we must avoid being eaten by the servants of the Great Acorn, and that is where our big, foolhardy shield comes in. Grand Nut! It's the Great Acorn! Quackus! Quackus! Savage the wretched giant for its blasphemy! No, I am not going to share our magic with it. I don't care how much you like it, Quercus. Very well, I cannot give it magic, but I can teach it how to forge one spell, if it will keep you happy. One!
The squirrel reaches out, touching your foot with a delicate paw, and you feel your mind open. You can see the forces of magic and see how to combine them in a new way.
There. Maybe now your pet will have a fighting chance. Yes, yes, you're welcome. But can we please get on and save the world now?
I'd say we should stop to talk, but I'm swamped. Sure thing, Chief. What's up? One of the gods? Really? Well, look at you go. What did they say? One of the gods said that.
Lohse huffs on her fingernails and buffs them on her tunic, smirking.
Nice. I think I'll call my next song She Who Struck Fear in the Gods. And you? What do you think about it? You gonna neutralize the threat? Shuck off the liability? Right. I'll be doing the same. Lead the way.
I must say, I was hoping to enjoy a smug advantage over everyone else. Lacking skin may make me a target for mortals. However, they are infuriating when they get in one's skull. Indeed, so I gathered from your earlier prattling. I also met someone. Oh, nothing is wrong. Simply unexpected. The person I met was without doubt a god. At least by your standards. When I wore flesh, I knew her as the Lady Amadia. She was one of the 7 lords that served our king. Oh no, they're quite gone. The 7 seem to be all that remains. And they... well, I'm not sure what they are. Not quite gods, but not quite eternals. No, they are something else entirely. Naturally, they acted as any lords would. They bowed to their king and sneered at their lessers. And there was an awful lot of sneering, even back then. One can only imagine how much there is now. Yes, well, if you are quite finished wasting my time, I believe we have some business to get on with. What would I do? Oh, dear heart, it is not a question of would. It is a question of what will I do. It is only fitting, after all. You worship the Eternals as gods. Why not follow one as divine? The Lady Amadia has laid out the plight of the world and begged me to help fix it. It is a grave responsibility, but one that I gladly accept. Yes, and how is that working out, I wonder? Perhaps if your precious Lucian had been a little less mortal, You would still have a divine, and the Void Woken would not be trying to chew on my bones. Honestly, you turn your back for just a few millennia, and the world goes to stink.
Your eyes brim with inquiry, so ask. You don't say. I too had the pleasure. Of course, when I say pleasure, I mean the distinct dishonor. Like death and desperation. I'd rather not talk about it.
She hesitates, but you can tell she wants to speak.
The thing is, Dilius, the old father, the Golden Leaf, he wants me to become the next divine.
Her eyes fix on some unseen thing of darkness.
Beware of gods bearing gifts. Divinity. And yet, he treated me... exactly. His was an exercise in power. Brutal, like all true power is. His was a lesson, meant to discipline, not to edify. Why would I obey such a god? Like I said, beware of gods bearing gifts. Divinity. One word and it makes you drunk already.
I can make this work. Maybe.
He looks up from his work and grins.
Help you?
What word do you bring? You have spoken to a god?
Gareth stares intently, not so much at you as through you.
Yes, I see something there. But it's not for me to say. I must get you to Malady. She will know. She was imprisoned on the Lady Vengeance, one of the few of us not left to rot on the sand and sun. All the more vital we take the ship from the Magisters. Godwoken. I had no doubt. You bring me hope, sorcerer. I'll gather the other seekers and travel to shore. Meet us there as soon as you can.
Gareth's voice echoes throughout the Enclave with such command it could rouse a fawn to action.
We move, Seekers. Now is the time to resist. The Lady Vengeance will be ours!
The others wouldn't let me join them for the fight. You should get moving, though. They'll need you at their side.
The others have gone to get us a ship out of here. Hurry on, they'll need you.
Knowing the reputation of Braccus Rex, we should tread gingerly. What is this contraption?
Before you stands an ancient shrine, runes carved deep into its rock. The runes are in no language you understand or recognize. The shrine seems completely inert. You feel the source inside you swell up, filling your chest, yearning to be free. Your power flows from your chest and into your hands, green tendrils of power slithering from your fingertips across the shrine. The shrine starts to vibrate and glow, slabs of stone gliding across each other as it begins to open.
Lucky find.
The Magister writhes as a curse spreads through his body.
It's been cursed. My helmet seems to stir this now.
Keep moving, friend. I have magisters to kill.
The menacing skeletal guardian looks at you wearily, then yawns.
So you dare defy the will of Braccus Rex, prepare to die, and so on and so forth. Let's get this over with. Precious. I hope this brings the discussion to an end. I don't like being roused from slumber, only to be greeted by such banality. It's dark and dirty, though still a paradise of a sort. I cannot say what nightmares or delights await the fully dead. In a few moments, I dare say you will discover that information firsthand.
She moans impatiently and taps her bony foot.
Yes, I know he's dead. I am still obligated to perform his wishes. He may not live, but the threat of his curse hangs over me. Who is to say? Could any curse be more grave than this interminable conversation? Now, let's get down to business. All this talking exhausts me.
To none.
At last, the fire is quenched. Thank you. The fire is quenched.
Ooh, how...
The ring just got tighter. A lot tighter. Something isn't right. The ring's gone, but not its curse. Bloody ring. It's loose. Get off me and stay off.
Ah, you're back. Looking to add some weight to your rucksack?
trees, no soil. This is horrific!
on my altar.
In the battle's aftermath, you suddenly realize the Voidwoken called out your name.
How could such simple beasts know my name? Surely my fame has not spread that far.
The Void plays tricks. I pay them no heed.
I'm at my critical mass of demons. Next time one of those things starts talking, I'll stomp it out before it can get my name past its mandibles.
Your gaze wanders over the solemn stone face that overlooks the shore. For the briefest of moments, it seems as if its eyes come alive and lock with yours.
What's up with you? You look terrified. What a chicken. Walk, walk, chicken. Here, chicken. You make me sick.